Ethan Slater is such a good boyfriend. He's reportedly trying his hardest to finalize his divorce so he can then have the option to propose to Ariana Grande.
Ethan Slater and Lilly Jay have come to a settlement and their divorce is officially finalized.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were spotted together with their entire family after she filed for divorce. Like, what is going on?
Maybe they're giving it a second try.
I've got updates on some of Hollywood's most questionable couples. I mean, I saw Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck out and about and acting a little too friendly for a couple going through a bitter divorce. But before we get into them, I want to talk about Ariana Grande because I just know that she is so happy. Mission Ethan Slater has come into completion, or at least, getting him away from his family and his toddler. I don't think they're hitched yet, maybe engaged secretly, but at least Ethan is now legally single. His ex, Lilly Jay, his high school sweetheart, is no longer part of his life. I mean, they do share a newborn baby together, so I'm assuming they have some contact. But if I was Lilly Jay, I'd be too ready to expose this man. Ethan Slater has finalized his divorce from Lilly Jay amid his romance with Ariana. US Weekly can confirm the pair reached a settlement on Thursday, but it looks like details of their settlement are sealed. Aww. Ethan and Lilly, who grew up together in Maryland, first started dating back in 2012, later relocating to New York City in 2014, where Ethan pursued his theater dream. In fact, Lilly walked the 2018 Tony Awards red carpet with Ethan, where he was nominated for his work as SpongeBob, which I will never not look at him and see SpongeBob. Like, he's forever SpongeBob in my mind. Have you ever dreamed of spinning your way to $1 million prize? Well, now it's real. And you have the opportunity to join the most incredible slot tournament ever. It's called the $1 Million MyVIP World Tournament of Slots. And it's happening this October at Atlantis Paradise Island in the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas, and guess what? You have a chance to go yourself. To get your chance, download and play Pop Slots. It's one of the most popular free casino games out there. It's got all the excitement of Las Vegas all on your phone. You can play virtual slot machines from iconic resorts. I'm talking about the Bellagio, Luxor, MGM Grand, and more. But don't worry, you don't have to do it alone. I mean, you can, but you can also play with friends. Real-time spin with your friends in the Pop Arena Win Zone. It's like a virtual Vegas getaway every time you play. And as I mentioned, Pop Slots is giving away exclusive trips to the Bahamas, where 500 lucky players will compete in the MyVIP World Tournament of Slots. And then you get the chance to win $1 million. Keep in mind, this is going on between October 24th through the 27th. So what are you waiting for? Download Pop Slots today. Remember to collect your sweepstakes tickets, then you could be on your way to the Bahamas competing for that grand prize. Play now for a chance to be the world's greatest slot player and win that $1 million jackpot. And hey, if you won $1 million, what's the first thing you would do? Thank you, MyVIP World Tournament of Slots, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. The longtime lovers were married that same year, and then in 2022, they welcomed their first child together, a son. But their fairy tale romance came to an end in July 2023 when Ethan filed for divorce. You guys may remember that Ariana and her man split only a couple months prior. Honestly, there's no doubt in my mind that their relationships did overlap and these two were cheating on set of this movie. Dalton is signed into this NDA hush-hush agreement, something that he agreed to before they ever really got married. So he can't go and expose the timeline, but Lilly Jay can. Also, it's interesting to see how Ariana was able to close her divorce so quickly. She paid him $1.5 million and told him, peace out. Ariana has been opening up more and more about her relationship with Ethan. We saw her on the Zach Sang show where she spoke a little bit about this album and where the inspiration came from.
Of course, there's an insatiable frustration, inexplicable, hellish feeling with watching people misunderstand the people you love and anything that yeah, of course.
But I do feel like this album quiets that.
Oh God, I hope so. I don't think it does.
I really do.
I think it does. I think it's the absolute worst idea. I'm so nervous. Well, because pieces of it touch on things that are real, and then pieces of it are also just
a part of the concept.
Yeah, part of the concept. So what is that separation? And it's so scary to leave it up to these selective memory people to decipher. It's scary, but I digress. Too late. The vinyls have been printed.
As I mentioned, Ariana finalized her divorce from Dalton Gomez back in March. A source told us Ethan and Ariana are living together at her place and are very happy. I'm sure he is. Months later, another insider said that Ariana feels her authentic self with Ethan Slater. It's not superficial, but more intellectual and emotional. Well, one thing I'll tell you is I don't know if it's physical. I'll stop myself there, but can't imagine. I mean, Ariana's beautiful. Of course. We don't see them out too often, but when they do go out, they don't hide it. Also, why does he look a little bit scared here? Like, can we get a zoom in on his face? Anyways, their first part of Wicked will be premiering in, I think November around Thanksgiving. So we'll probably be seeing a lot of them together. I want you guys to comment below. Do you think they'll be walking the red carpet together or separately? Will Ariana leave this to be her own moment, or is she going to claim SpongeBob? Okay, Bennifer, is that what we're calling them? Bennifer? Ben and Jennifer? Yeah, really, that is actually a disgusting name. Like, imagine if I introduced myself. My name is Bennifer. Like, they need to decide. Actually, this name isn't too bad, but when I grew up, there was this radio station with Elizabethany. I don't know if that's like a normal name, but like, pick one, Elizabeth or Bethany, not Elizabethany. But let's talk Bennifer, because Ben could not keep his hands off of J-Lo at brunch. A source said the pair are still very attracted to one another. And I mean, J-Lo looks great. She is an attractive woman. You cannot take that away from her. Page 6 reports Ben could not keep his hands off of J-Lo at their brunch. But it turns out that this brunch meetup was planned. It was staged. They wanted to get a good photo, make it seem like they were doing well to project a friendship. There's still a very nasty divorce. Ben Affleck wanted to meet his estranged wife at the Beverly Hills Hotel to show they're still friends and to get their pics taken. The estranged couple were having brunch at the Polo Lounge in Beverly Hills with their children, and the stars were seen holding hands and kissing, which, if it was a romantic holding hands and kiss, which I can't imagine it not being, it's kind of weird to do that in front of your kids. It's like kind of confusing for them. A source told Page 6 that it was Ben's idea for the former pair to meet up at the high-profile spot in hopes of getting their pic taken. But it looks like Ben wasn't counting on finding J-Lo so irresistible in person. The source says once they got together, he was reminded of like why he fell for her in the first place, and he just couldn't get his hands off of her, which is just weird. The insider added, they've always had a lot of sexual chemistry. That was not planned. They are still attracted to one another. Ew, not the like chemistry. I don't want to hear about it.
True love has returned.
Do you really think it's returned? Because I think it was
I want to believe it. I do feel that it's also confusing for their kids, their blended families, and perhaps they're doing this for their family, you know, and for each other, and maybe they're giving it a second try, and then maybe those divorce papers will be.
You know, that you can't stay married, that you can't live with each other, that you can't be married with each other. It doesn't necessarily mean you don't love each other.
Yes,
and
exactly.
are hot as hell for each other.
Exactly.
And I mean, who can
True
blame
love.
that?
I mean, come on. These people knew these photographers because like the cameraman is getting this kind of shot. I mean, look at these photographs. They look like it's from like a movie. And this is at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I've been there before. I've been out front of it. Actually, I went into it too. I've had lunch there one time with, I believe it was Spill Sesh. And then I also went to a brand party there one time. It was very nice. Makes me uncomfortable. I feel like I do not belong there. But yeah, really great shot, which again, staged. But reports claim that Bennifer's PDA failed reunion doesn't mean a reconciliation. A source told people that J-Lo is trying to be friendly with Ben. They are still moving forward with the divorce. It seems like part of this little brunch was actually to go through some of the financial details amicably. I don't know how that went, but yeah. At the weekend brunch, people noticed that J-Lo symbolically wore her engagement ring on her pinky finger and the Jennifer ring on her wedding finger, which I didn't like. Okay, how do you wear an engagement ring on your pinky? Like, aren't the two rings different sizes? Like, can you imagine if all your rings are the same? I thought they're like the fingers were different ring sizes. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I do have like sausage fingers. Look at those. Oh, God. A source said a divorce is never easy. One of, actually, clarify, J-Lo's source said, a divorce is never easy, but Jennifer doesn't want to be selfish about it. The kids always got along and have had fun together. It makes her happy seeing the kids happy together. Happy kids are her priority. Aw, J-Lo. Some people are questioning the context of this entire moment. One person said, considering the Beverly Hills Hotel does not allow cameras, they could tell us anything, but without pictures, we have no real proof. Why would they make out in public with their kids sitting nearby. Another person wrote, I think this is an old picture because Ben supposedly shaved off his beard. Another person wrote, this is not true. He wants out and she's stalling. She wants money that does not belong to her. Another person added, all staged to lessen the humiliation she must be feeling. He knew the pops would be there. He did her a solid by falling all over to make her look and feel desirable by the guy who ended their relationship. This person added, we're in the Ben can't control his desire for JLo era, I see. This performative nonsense doesn't land the way she and her PR team thinks it does. This person commented, not a single person looks happy. Ben looks ticked. JLo looks mad, and the kids look sad. Not a happy group of people. This person adds, run Jennifer, run as fast as you can. You fell for his act twice, don't fall a third time. You can do so much better. I love all these comments because I feel like they're all so valid in different ways. This relationship is so complicated and messy. It's decades in the making, so there's going to be a lot of opinions.
Chismos says, what in the Leo is going on here? Because if you guys can't already tell, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were spotted together with their entire family after she filed for divorce. Like, what is going on? What was the point of this entire drama of her going out of her way to do this entire thing, file for divorce on the most dramatic day ever? They go out, they try to sell their house, he buys a separate house, they do this whole drama for what? Was this like a whole PR thing? I am like so confused. Now imagine she just did all of this to get his attention, be like, okay, you're not gonna be my husband the way I want you to, I'm gonna file for divorce, make it public, make you look like a complete fool, and myself like a complete fool, and then we'll see what happens. And then he's like, all right, we'll try again.
Now this is concerning. JLo is predicting that Ben and Jennifer Garner are going to get back together after the divorce is through. Okay, let's go ahead and see who's talking about this. Reports write that Ben has been joined at the hip with his ex Jennifer Garner, and JLo is convinced they're one step away from getting back together, which has sent her into a bitter spiral. The source says seeing photos of them looking more like a couple than a pair of exes was the final straw for JLo. It was the push she needed to finally file for divorce. She kept hoping that she and Ben might work things out, but he put zero effort in. It only seemed like he's interested in spending time with Jen and his kids. It was horrible for JLo because she's now left wondering if she was some sort of pawn that he used to try to win Jennifer Garner back. Now that is some tea. Throughout their marriage, he has always been raving about Jen, the source continues, like she's some sort of saint. JLo just had to accept it because he claimed there was nothing to be jealous of. But it was a huge issue in their short marriage because anytime they had a fight, he'd go running to Jennifer Garner. The source said that JLo is fuming and feeling like a total fool, especially after seeing photos of Jen and Ben together at Violet's college drop-off. The way they are looking at each other is proof in JLo's eyes that there's more than just co-parenting going on, and she's predicting they're going to get back together. She feels beyond betrayed.
Jennifer Garner is back again, checking on ex-husband Ben Affleck, as his divorce from JLo stirs up more drama. Recently, Ben has been spending a lot of time with their two kids, and fans are buzzing. Despite her on and off relationship with John Miller, some say Jennifer is the only one who can truly handle Ben, not JLo. She's been by his side through thick and thin, and now she's stepping in again.
This is so random. I remember talking about this guy, but one of Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband urges her to stay single. Now, I don't know exactly how to even say his name, and I'm not trying to be like rude or anything. I'm going to say Ojani. OJ. No, I don't want to say OJ. OJ Simpson. Ojani Noah. I'm going to say, I hope it's Ojani. He's an actor, and he finalized his divorce from the singer in 1998 after less than 1 year of marriage, and he urges JLo to stay single for a while. If I was JLo, I'd be like, oh, Johnny, go away. Who are you? He said, take 12 months off, the 50-year-old told JLo on Friday. If she meets someone new, she should maybe keep it private and not get married again. Why is this guy stepping in? I love this. So random. Like, go away, sir. But actually, no, tell me more. I want to hear more. After clarifying that he in no way wants to rekindle... I love this. After over almost 20 years, he's like, in no way he wants to rekindle his romance with JLo. He said, when you're with someone, you have to spend quality time with them and not think about being on camera. You need to be yourself so you could find yourself. So he has some stuff he's holding on to that he wanted to get off his chest. He confessed to watching the film that she put out about her and Ben, and he outlined some similarities he saw between himself and Ben. Also, it's like, I don't know if he's remarried or what's up with you, but why are you talking? I'm so frustrated by it, but I can't look away. He claims when he was with JLo, they would fight pretty often. often, and they would have to then go on to pretend that they're doing okay. But he said you can only pretend so much. When we were going through hell and going out as a couple, I was in a bad mood too, because I knew inside we were not good. I hated going on the red carpet. He also alleges that J-Lo enjoyed the media attention during their marriage, which led him to tell her, you need to be private. You can't be in a real relationship if you're always being photographed.
But everyone is talking about J-Lo's first husband, Ohani Noah, who told the Daily Mail he and Ben won't last because, or she and Ben won't last because Jen loves being in love. Jen told him he was the love of her life and they would be together forever, but said, quote, that was 3 husbands and 5 engagements ago.
You know what? I don't know if I'll take that advice. She's a relationship girly. Again, I think she's had like what, 4 marriages, 5 marriages. She probably could do another 5. She looks great. She's still youthful. You know, you date them for 6 months to a year. You get married. You're with them for about like 2 to 3 years. And then, so that's like one. Yeah, I think she could do like 4 more. So we're going to hold out for J-Lo and keep a really strong eye on Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater. You know, I'm like looking at them. I'm like, what is going on? What's the next move? And I really want Lilly Jay to come forward. Tell your story. Tell us the timeline. Bring the receipts. We are so ready for it. She needs her Oprah interview moment. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.